Welcome to Val's Sweet Kitchen. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make the all-American apple pie. And I'm going to show you how I made the fancy top crust too. So, let's go have some fun. So, first make your pie crust. And I made a separate in-depth video about pie crust here. While your pie crust is chilling, this is the time to make the apple pie filling. You'll need 3 pounds of apple. Green granny apples are wonderfully tart. Core and peel and slice them thin. I have this really cool kitchen gadget that does both at once. I put a link below in the description where you can get one that's similar to this one. It's really inexpensive. You can also pick up one of these, an apple core, at most grocery stores. But make sure you slice the pieces thin enough. So for these, this is really fun. This is kind of cool. You're just going to take this. It does it all for you. I'll show you up close. Did you know that apple pie dates all the way back to the colonies in 1630? They used cinnamon and nutmeg. I use those plus cardamon in my recipe. Take half a cup of sugar, a half a cup more if your apples are really tart, a teaspoon of cinnamon, a half a teaspoon of nutmeg, a half a teaspoon of cardamon, wonderful flavor, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, plus 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of flour. And mix those all together. I like to use my hands just because there's so much of the fruit. And I want to make sure everything is evenly distributed and coated. So good. Then set this aside and let's work on our crust. So our crust has been chilling for 30 minutes to an hour. If it's still pliable and you can still work with it, roll it out very gradually and turn it a 1/4 turn every so often. That'll ensure that it doesn't stick to the mat. And you can close up your edges if they start to split, that's fine. So now, to get your pie crust into your pie plate, you're going to roll it like that. Your first instinct is to push it down in, but what you want to do is just let it go down into the plate all by itself. That way your crust stays even. And then either with a knife or with some scissor shears, cut off and leave about an inch overhang. And then you're just going to tuck under the edges. Okay. And then set this in the refrigerator to chill while we work on the top crust. And this is where we're going to get fancy. And again, you're going to roll this out to about a 1/4 inch thick, a little bit less than a 1/4 inch. Cut out all your leaves at once. I'm using a fondant cutter, which is really nice because it leaves the leaf indentation on it and with the plunger. Take your chilled crust and all this delicious fruit filling. It'll dome a little bit on the top, and that's fine because as it bakes, it's going to sink a little. With 1 egg mixed with about a tablespoon of water, brush the side, and we're going to start putting on our leaves. And then bake for 20 minutes at 400 degrees. Then turn down your oven to 375 and bake for about 50 minutes longer. When you see everything bubbling and oozing out, it's ready. You might need to tint it with some aluminum foil for the last 10 minutes if the top crust is getting too brown too quick. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please be sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you try this apple pie at home, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment about how it turned out, or let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to share anything I can to help you in your baking adventure and have fun in your kitchen.